Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Today we're going to try to deal with this tin shortage that I have here in the main base. I've got plenty of silicon, and what we've been doing is just sorting bobmonium to get tin and silicon. And then the silicon we use to make silicon plates, and then some of it has been going to over here where it's being used to make concrete bricks. And I suppose we could eventually export it for other stuff too. And so my plan in the last episode, or at least at the end of the last episode, was to replace all this with tin plates from the smelting area, but I've reconsidered that because I still have quite a lot of bobmonium here in the main base. It's almost 500,000. So I think what I'd prefer to do is just continue making the tin here, but maybe we can scale up the sorting operation so that we can make plates faster than we have been. So that's what I'll work on now. So let me see what it would take to run a full line of, I think we need 6. Let me see here. This is 120 in 4 seconds. That uses 40 in 4 seconds. Okay, so we could double this. And I can pick this up. I will still need to bring in brass plates, or bronze. Is that bronze? Yeah, that's bronze. Well, now let me think about this, because that was part of the rationale for eliminating the bronze plate, was because I wasn't going to make tin here, because I need tin and copper to make bronze. Well, yeah, I want to use up the bobmonium. And I don't want to slow down my copper production. And eventually I'm going to have to bring in copper plates from outside. Actually, I already am bringing in copper plates from outside. I'm just not feeding them yet because I want to get rid of all this copper ore that I've got accumulated here. All right, so I'll leave this the way that it is. But let's double up on our tin plate production here. Let me see. Yeah, I've got some stone pipe here. There we go. And I'm going to connect the 2 sides. And then I won't need that balancer, since we'll be putting it on both sides of the belt now. Okay. So I could replace this with one Mark III blast furnace. Well, first let's figure out what else I need here, because I'm going to have to upgrade some of this other stuff. All right. So let's add tin plate. Where are we? You know what would be tempting is just to go back to crushed bobmonium. That's going to give me a lot of stone, though. Well, I'm making crushed bobmonium anyway. If I did that, then I would stop making silicon. No, I'll do it like this. I need the silicon anyway. Okay, so tin plate. Molten tin from tin ingots. Tin ingots, so we can make it from pellets or processed tin. Let's see what we need for pellets. Oh, okay, good. That's fairly simple. We don't need any chemicals or anything. We do need carbon, but I have... That's carbon pellets. I thought I had carbon. Yeah, I do have carbon right here. Okay, so we can get carbon up here. Alright, so let's scale this for 6 machines. So I need 2 induction furnaces, 1 blast furnace, 1 pellet press, and 1 Mark II ore machine. Oh, and then this means that I won't... No, I still have to do the sorting. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing crushed bobmonium sorting. Right, so for that I'll need a Mark III sorting facility. Okay, so let me pick that up and let's upgrade that to a Mark III if we can. I need brass and steel. Alright, well the steel's right here. There we go. Alright, I'll go ahead and start to craft that. And then, yeah, I just need some brass, which I'm going to have to get for my train, I believe. Or from my warehouses. I should really be using my car. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Let's see. There's some brass plates. Okay, great. Whoops. I haven't gotten any better at driving. Okay, so now I need a pellet press. That's... Is that refining? Flotation, leaching... No, I guess that's in smelting. Okay, for that I'm going to need more steel. Alright, so I need 1 pellet press, I need 1 of those Mark II, and then I should be all set. Okay, so I'm going to have to move this stuff. This was for the slag. Yeah, it would be nice if I can continue to keep the ore sorting machine right here, since I have this somewhat complicated setup of inserters and everything. Alright, I should check on the ore crusher. I need a Mark III ore crusher as well. Let's see if I can make one of those. Yes, I can. There we go. And that's going to be crushed bobmonium. Okay. So then we want that to go to the ore processing machine. Well, here, let's do the pellet press. do the ore processing machine. Put another power pole there. All right, so this is going to make processed tin. This is going to make tin pellets. All right, so I'll put my filter inserter back here, and this is going to be tin ore. And then I have to change the recipe on this one for pellets. Okay, so far so good. And then we need carbon, which I have right here. What would be a good way to get that up here? I only have one space in between there. Oh, yeah, this is fine. There. Oh. All right, this needs to be moved. There we go. That way we can feed the ingots into both sides. And that is... okay, now they're all green. I guess it takes a few cycles to get the pipes starting to fill up. Okay, they're all running now. Excellent. Okay, so we'll be able to start making circuits again once that gets flowing. We're making silicon again. So let me go back down to where the silicon was, because I think well, I don't recall if I turned off the requests there on the Logistic Network for silicon. That's one of the problems with my new schedule, since I'm only doing episodes every other day. And in fact, what I've been doing is, most of the time I'm recording all three on the weekend. And then I have a long time between episodes, and, okay, now I still have the requests there. There it's for 8, then that balances to that side. Okay, so that's fine. I guess I could have checked that remotely. Yeah, so anyway, in between episodes, sometimes I sort of, when I wait that long, sometimes I forget everything that I did the last time, which can be a problem. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. See, we're stopped here. These circuits are all stopped. Because they're missing tin plate. So it'll take a few minutes, I'm sure, before the tin plate starts to work its way down. See, now that's an interesting problem. I've got half a belt of tin and none of it can be used because of this method of belt balancing. So let me fix this up. We can do this a little bit differently. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine the way it was. Oh no, I did want to move that down one more. Yeah, right there. All right, so then that jumps across there. Okay, and then I'll move this. Actually, I should have just gotten a blueprint of that. Here, I'll blueprint all of that. Put that there. Nope. Actually, I needed to move that. That was the whole reason for tearing it up in the first place. There we go. All right. There. Now this way I will be able to use both sides of both of those belts. All right, let's see how the tin production is doing. Still going great. I think it'll be a long time before that silicon gets backed up. Although I should be using silicon plate. Not quite as fast as tin, but I should be using it. Yeah, for transistors and so forth. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Okay, so now we're making circuits again, and hopefully that will see our science pack production pick up. No, it is not. Wait a minute, what are they missing? They're missing electric furnaces. Yeah. Okay, so we're limited by circuits. Let's see. I can make 1.8 per second. And those need 2.25, but actually we only need 2.5 of these machines, if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to be barely making enough of those circuits to keep this running, and apparently I have other requesters for those as well. Oh, these bots. That's not a super high priority. How many do we have in there? 372. All right, so I'll change this to 350 so that they stop eating up my resources. And I don't mind if the science goes a little bit slowly. But I don't want my mall to be starved. I think that's that's more important than the science at this point in the game. Because remember, I am going to eventually build up a science production facility off-site with a hopefully much higher capacity. Okay. So we were saying silicon, brass, and tin plates to the main base. All right, but we're going to put this on hold for now. Although I think we will need... Whoops, I keep pushing the wrong button. Minimize. I think we will need brass plates coming in at some point. So maybe I can just set up that request right now before I forget. And then I can just use the robots for the brass plates. Because the brass plates, I think, are only... I think they're only being used in the hardware store. Oh, okay. No, they're used for blue science packs too. Yeah, and I've got 12,000 there. I've got 2,000 there. So they ought to last for a long time, but we should still prepare to have those. And now that I've got a lot of bots in the network and they're getting faster, so I think I can just use bots to carry the brass plates. Alright, so here we have copper and... what the heck? I've got all this bobmonium and rubite. Okay. That's for iron. Yeah, so we're requesting iron, steel, and copper here. So let's add brass plates to the mix. And I'll do that. I'll just do 8,000, let's say, of the brass plates. I don't think we need quite as many of those. We could change this to a provider. Oh, okay. And then once the brass comes in here, I'm going to need to get this on the bot network. So I can replace these with provider warehouses. Yeah, I've got one here. And it's not so full, so it's not gonna explode when I replace it with the provider warehouse that has the much smaller capacity. All right. I think I have some more in my storage, but I'm just gonna make one so I don't have to wait for it. Okay. So we got that, and then up north where I have the... Dude, where's my car? Did I get out of it? Yeah. I can never remember where this thing is. Okay. So the other thing we can do here is finish tapping this bobmonium mine. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. There. Now I have room for a couple more drills. Pole down there. Okay, now these I'm going to run over this way. You know, this looks really disorganized, but it's going to work out. There we go. Now we got both sides of the belt. All right. So we should have plenty of bobonium coming in. My iron ore is running out. Okay, that's why I was asking for iron ore in the main base. It wasn't to make iron, it's for that ferric chloride solution or whatever it is that I need for the circuits, for the white circuits. All right, so I need to turn that request back on. All right, did I get any brass plates yet? No. Or no, that would be down here. Yes, I did. I got my brass plates. Okay, so here, yeah, I need iron ore. No station supplying iron ore. Right. Because all this is stopped. Because all my stone is used up. Or all my stone is backed up, not used up. If it was used up, I wouldn't have a problem. Okay, so that'll be the next bottleneck to tackle. Let's see here. So the stone's coming over here. I'm making slag slurry. And this is all turned off again. So I think what would help is I either need to start using up some of that ore, or I could start using some mineral catalyst to unblock this. Where is my iron ore? That normally goes here, right? Yeah, I think it does. Okay. Yeah, and I just don't have any because I can't get rid of my stone. What else can I do with crushed stone? I mean, I could just, yeah, I could start clarifying it. I mean, I could I could make iron ore from combo sorting, Jivalite and Saphirite with catalyst. Using the catalyst would cause me to use up more ore, and then I would use up more stone. I'm not sure if if I would use more stone than I produce, though. So we could take a look at that. Okay, yeah, this is the recipe. So I'll just set this arbitrarily for 100 per second, let's say, just so we can see the relative quantities of what we're going to use. All right, so the crushed saphirite, and then we got crushed jivalite. So that's making 50 per second of crushed stone. I'm doing ceramic filtering. the slag slurry, if we get that from stone. Okay. Yeah, so that would be a net consumer of crushed stone, because I would be producing 50 by crushing, but I would be consuming 150 to make the catalyst. So that seems like a pretty good plan. Okay, so let's go back there. Alright, so let me set this up again. So we're going to make iron ore like that. And I'll just set this up for one factory. Okay, and what am I using over here? Here I'm using 2 Mark IIs. So what if I were to use 2 more Mark IIs? We would need, what, Mark II crushers? Okay, and then the catalysts. Well, the catalysts I'm just going to bring in by train, so. Okay, these are... Whoops. I forgot that I wasn't actually there. Where was I? Down here, right? Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so here I already have the sapphirite and givelite being crushed. So I could just upgrade these crushers. Yeah, and then... maybe I should have dedicated crushers. Okay, well let's go over to the refining area so we can work on this. I'm going to call my train. And we'll go over there and see what we can do. Actually, I should probably make the items that I need first. Okay, I need stone brick. Uh-oh. Running low on stone brick. There's 2. And then 2 Mark II crushers. There we go. Alright, so let's go to refining. So we'll need to bring in the catalyst to one of the stations. I already have that loading in a station, so that won't be a problem. I think the the bigger concern is just figuring out which of these stations I can use, because these are all kind of getting full. That's a provider, that's a provider. This is a receiver. And these are all providers, right? Yeah, it looks like I'm going to need to add another requester station. Unless I put it up here. I would really, I don't know. I think I would rather keep this one just doing fluids. let's see here. I could bring in the catalyst here, I suppose. It's fairly close. Okay, I'll get rid of the request threshold. We'll just use the default. Mineral catalyst. Okay, now in this case, I think I'll just use big chests. No, not that one. These hold 60 each. Actually, let's take a look here. How many of those am I going to need? 2 per second. I think this would be fast enough. Okay. Alright, so let's set this station up. Alright, so we're going to unload into there with stack inserters, which I still don't have on my hotbar apparently. There they are. Okay, and then we want these to be wired up there, and it can go there. Alright, so we can turn this on. I'll just say 8,000. And then come out this way. Okay. So where can I put this wonderful operation? Now again, I already have Givelite and Sapphirite over here. So I could put those right here. How much of this stuff am I going to need? 4 per second. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put those on the near side since these are all on the far side. And then these are going to need filter inserters coming out for the crushed ore as well. Since they're not going to direct insert. I'm going to make that long. Okay, and then this one's going to be crushed Givelite. We'll make that one long. Alright, and then I think I'll run it over here. Yeah, because I'm not going to have room over there. So I'll just, let's see, 1, 2. Okay, and then that's going to be iron ore. There, I'll copy that. There. Okay, and then we need to get the catalyst run over there. Looks like we got our delivery already. So we're going to have to do a little bit of spaghetti here. We'll go up this way. I think this would be a good time to use bots, actually. Is that going to reach? Yeah, just barely. Will that work? Let's see. It ought to. Okay, and then the iron ore goes on this belt here. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to go down there. I think it's this first belt, but I thought I just saw. What's this? That's iron, but it can't get through because I'm so overloaded with that other junk. Oh, okay. What's this one? That's silicon. All right, so this one is iron. Yeah, there goes some. All right. So I'm going to need to... There we go. Okay. So now what's happening with the crushed stone? I don't see much more getting made. What am I missing over here? These are backed up. But this tank is empty. Oh, they must have... I think I've got too many filters over there. Alright, so let's go take a few filters out so that that belt can stay moving. I think that's the problem. I think the machines are backed up with empty filters and they can't empty out. What am I trying to do here? I want to go to slag processing. Yeah, so what I can do is I can put loaders and a chest on that belt for the filters. So that way if it gets over full, the excess will go into the chest. But actually, I think that won't help, actually. Because then the belt will always be saturated. I think I just need to leave some space on the belt. That's what I need to do. Alright, so see what happens if I start picking these up. Nothing. Oh, okay. They are full of wastewater. Okay. That's the problem. I have too much wastewater. Why is that? I should be barreling all this stuff. It's because I have no barrels. That's for the wastewater, right? Okay. Yeah, and I have no barrels because I'm not using the acid because I'm not producing anything. Right, so it all kind of, one problem begets another. It might be a good idea for me to put an overflow valve and drain this. Put an overflow valve and a clarifier. I think I'll do that. Let's see, where are the clarifiers? Now I have a non-return valve going into this tank. So this tank should still fill up first before it goes into the clarifier. Or I could put a pump here and only turn on the pump when the tank is full. That would probably be a surer way to do it. Because this might just eat 20% of everything. Let's see how much wastewater we're making here. 240 a second. So, yeah, it's definitely not enough to saturate the pipe. The pipe can handle at least 1200 a second. Well, probably around 1200 a second, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, just because of the length of it. Okay. Yeah, so now we're making some more ores. So the ores were not full like I thought they were. It was just because this had stopped. Alright, well, it's running now. I think I am going to use a pump. So let me move that down. Let's see. Alright, so we'll tell this to turn on only if, actually we can say if anything is greater than 79,000. Okay, yeah, so it's turned off now. And then when it gets over 79,000, then it'll start pumping into the clarifier again. That way we can let this tank fill up completely rather than only filling up to 80%, which is normally what would happen if you have a clarifier attached directly to the tank. Because I only want this to turn on when this gets completely backed up so that I don't slow this down. Because I want to be consuming stone as fast as humanly possible. Okay, so let's see if we're making some ore. We're not. Okay, so I think that little thing that I did there is not working. So let's go fix that real quick, and then I think that'll be it for today. Once I get all this stabilized, I want to start... That was in refining, right? Yeah. I want to start getting ready to build circuits. And I think the first thing that we'll need to do is start making wood. So I'm going to start looking into what the different ways that we can make wood. I know you can make it from paper. We can do it the way that from algae, like we're doing over in the main base. We could use the arboretums, which I haven't used before, so that might be interesting to try. I'll have to look at what the different options are and decide where to go. Okay, well, thank God. This is running again. Stone is starting to deplete. And then once I get this sorted, then we should be able to get some even more iron. Okay, so I think I need to move these over yet again. So I'll just have 2 going into each one. Like that. Alright, so that first one will be for the catalyst. And then the second one will be for the ores. Okay, so now I should have no excuse for running out of iron. I'm making it in many, many different ways. Actually, I'm making it in all the ways, pretty much. Still making a lot of stone, but again, this will be a net consumer. So I could even shut this off for a while. Well, but the manganese is helpful because it makes some of the other smelting operations more efficient. So let's see how we're doing on the stone up here. 9,000. And what am I requesting? 30. Okay, yeah, so there's an open request for the stone right now. Train's filling up. Okay, so we're going to start moving train loads of stone. It might take a while for this quantity to reduce, but it should go down soon. So anyway, I'm just rambling now, so I'm going to cut this one off. I will see you all next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.